and welcome to episode 37, I want to say, of Tales from the Midnight Diary. Excuse the funny angle. My tripod is broken, or my original one, the one you're balanced on, and the other one's in the car, and I've come in a rush and put down my car keys and I can't find them, so yeah, hence the slightly peculiar angle for today's video. But I wanted to pop on and just chat a little bit about what I've been making. So in the last episode, it wasn't an episode, it was one of my moving vlogs, my second moving vlog. I decluttered my yarn stash and I went through and analysed my works in progress as well and got rid of some. And apologies if you can hear my son. He has entered a clingy stage and just wants to be with mama all the time, which is gorgeous but exhausting. Hang on. Yeah, if you're new here, welcome. My name's Gemma. I'm the diet designer, maker, tutor behind the Midnight Diary, host of this irregular podcast, Tales of the Midnight Diary. I'm in a bit of flux at the moment. If this is your first time here, welcome. You are very, very welcome. But I'm in the process of moving my whole life to the other side of the country, and so everything's a little bit chaotic, so things aren't as regular as they should be. Sounds like I'm talking about a bowel movement, doesn't it? And we're a little bit up in the air. If you are a returning viewer and you've been with me for a while, you're probably going, yeah right Gem, things are never smooth running with you anyway. So yeah, my last video that I did is one of the moving vlogs, and I went through all my works in progress and I decluttered some, I got rid of some, analysed whether I wanted to do them, palmed some off on my staff, frogged some, but today I guess I kind of wanted to talk about the impact my last two kind of videos have had on me as a maker. So first of all, let's start with some finished objects. These are my 20 works in progress. I'll go this way for this one. 20 works in progress. I have actually completed the West Yorkshire Spinner socks for Dad. I don't have them to show you because they're at the shop being models. So that's great. I've also finished Robin's little funny feet socks, and I have finished my part of Vanessa's Soho top. So that's 3 works in progress knocked off the board already. So Vanessa's got her top back, I can't show you that. And as I said already, my dad's Father's Day socks, which are the West Yorkshire Spinners double knit. I'll see if I can put some B-roll in of me holding them up so you can see what I'm talking about if you haven't watched the previous video, are at the shop being demonstration socks. But I do have two very sweet little socks for little feet. I don't possess sock blockers little enough for these. I haven't taken pictures of them on Robin yet either, but aren't they sweet? So it's Funny Feet in the Carousel colourway by James C. Brett, and it's a merino, nylon and bamboo blend. I bought this from the wool shop in St Mary Church in Torquay, which is going to be one of my local yarn shops, which I'm very excited about. It's a really dear little shop, absolutely packed to the gunnels with to the rafters with yarn of all sorts of colours, mainly acrylic, some cottons, some really lovely sock yarn, and a carefully curated selection of needles. Really good range of single patterns, but I got that. My son is beside himself. I will be back. So I used my simple vanilla sock pattern for this that I wrote. It is available for free, and I'm currently working on sizing suggestions for baby socks. But because babies grow so rapidly, it's proving a little bit challenging to produce a pattern. But anyway, Robin has another pair of socks. 3 works in progress off the needles. I've made some progress on the Soho top. Let me show you that. Vanessa's Soho top is definitely on the needles, but it is in her house, her project, not mine, not my problem anymore. So the Soho top is patterned by Kadri. It is a summer top version of the Soho blouse that she designed. And this is how I'm doing. It's a little bit bunched up on the needles, as you can see, but I'm working it in this such fun bright orange linen from Rowan. I've worked with linens a couple of times, and honestly I don't like plant-based fibres. I don't like using them. I shy away from cotton. I find it really hard on my hands, and I find that it's got too much stretch. So when you're picking up stitches around the neckband, or you know, or something, no, I don't like it. Having said that, the Summer Light DK I absolutely love, and that's by Rowan. And so far my experience with the creative linen is also really good. I'm really enjoying it. It is a very weird dry texture, if that makes sense. It almost feels like it's a bit grubby. Do you know what I mean? You can feel something sitting on the surface. That's the impression I get anyway. Hey baby. But yeah, so yeah, it's worked top down, and it's a little bit fiddly at the start because you do little kind of shoulder tabs, as it were, and then you work the back, you work the front, and you join in the round. And the bit I love about this, and these features in a few of Sabina's designs, I'll go for this side because there's no dodgy join, is the faux seam, and it's created just with slip stitches, which I think is so clever. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bit bored of the round and round garter stitch now. It's garter stitch in the round, so you knit one round, purl one round. I'm getting a little bit bored of it. I think because I've done it twice. I got Vanessa joined in the round and did a little bit, but I'd already joined this one in the round, and now it's a whole lot more garter stitch. I'm going to persevere though. I'm going to sit and do it tonight. Laura Penrose Knits has released a new 1:40 long podcast, which I'm really looking forward to watching. Her videos are always so beautifully presented. And I did actually unsubscribe from Flossie Knits a while ago because I didn't think she was uploading anymore. She was always very irregular, like me, but quite often went for like a number of months between videos, and I was decluttering my feed, and then I suddenly thought, oh, I wonder if Flossie's doing anything these days. Sorry, I'm just noticing my hair's an absolute mess. It's been a day. It's been a day. So much to talk to you about, but I don't know if I can talk to you about it yet, so I might have to wait for another moving vlog, which is coming soon. Is that better? I'm not convinced that's better. Anyway, let's tie it back because it's too hot it's definitely too hot to have hair down. Yeah, and actually she's been uploading regularly for like the last year, so I was like, okay, great, let's dive in, which is March last year, so I've got a year's worth to catch up on, but I'm really looking forward to that as well, so I'll work on that. There is another project that's hopped onto my needles. I'm not sure it counts, and I might frog it. It is the very baby beginnings of another flax sweater by Tin Can Knits for Robin. So you see I've done the neckband and I've just started the first knit round, so I've literally done 1 inch of ribbing and that's it. This is another Rowan superwash worsted, this time a nice dusky blue colourway. He's got a bright vibrant teal blue, he's got a sage green, and he's got a mustard. I wanted to do the wine colour, but I thought I should cast on a colour that actually you can see in the dark. Or when you're teaching and trying to show where increases are, I thought it would be really useful to be able to see the stitches more clearly, which you can in a paler colour. So, jury's out on this one. Let me know, do I frog it or do I persevere and just add it to the whipboard, just say, hey, 3 out, 1 in, that's not too bad, and forbid myself from casting on anything else until another 3 have left the whipboard. What do you think? It's a really nice yarn. It washes up beautifully. I'm doing the 2 to 4 size. The flax is a free pattern by Tin Can Knits. And yeah, he is getting another flax soon as well. His Uncle Jude is making him one in blue rinse. But also this colour goes really nicely with the sage and the mustard and the teal blue, because with the leftovers I'm planning on making him a stripy one, because I'm only using about 1.5 balls per sweater for Robin now of this. There's 200 metres, is quite a lot. The other work in progress that's had a little bit of work is my 52 weeks of socks first sock. and it's toe up, and I've done another 4 rounds on it while Robin was in the bath the other night. So yeah, the impact of my last 2 main videos, so I had the moving vlog number 2, which is, sorry, it's all about poo tonight, isn't it? I had the second moving vlog, which was about the decluttering, and actually the decluttering went really well. I haven't put the notions and patterns and books up yet, that video. There's like a little 10-minute standalone video, but I did take them, all my spare notions, to meet and make at the yarn dispensary, and they almost all went, which was just brilliant, including some little notions pouches I'd made as the project bag. So there's very, very little left. There's only a tiny bit of yarn left. Oh, and it's a load off my shoulders, I tell you, especially seeing like the genuine enthusiasm there was for the yarn and the genuine excitement. I thought this yarn's going to grow up to be something at some point, or it'll be petted with more regularity than I used to pet it. So it'll feel a little bit more loved. Yeah, so before that I also did my What I Knit and Crochet in a Week, and that was inspired by other podcasters. I'm just stroking Magnus down beside me. I've been away at work all day without him, without my little sidekick, and now he's sat next to me. I don't know if I can show you, hang on. There we are. Hey buddy. Hey. Has Mummy abandoned you all day? Oh, is my that okay? I think I think that's how you were before. But it was also with me deliberately trying to make more, and I think I spent like 3 hours a day, or tried to spend 3 hours a day, knitting. And it did, honestly, try to be that kind of militant about it, suck the joy out of it a bit for me. I've just felt a bit knitting weary, and I haven't really done any for the last week. That, and I had some terrible issues with uploading videos. Sound kept disappearing. I don't know why. It was fine in Premiere Pro, which is the video software I've always used. I don't know why it was fine there. Random repeat partway through last week's episode. And the vlog one, What I Knit and Crocheted in a Week, actually took me days to edit. Yeah, it was good fun. I did enjoy the video editing, and I think I'm right in saying most of you enjoyed the video as well. I've certainly had lots of lovely feedback about it. But yeah, I've kind of just killed off my making mojo, and I've been really busy at work, and things have been happening with the move. So the upshot of it is that in the next 2 weeks we're going to have to go into temporary accommodation because our buyers really, really want in. They want to complete ages before we complete on our purchase in Devon, and it's, yeah, so it's fine. I think we're sorted, but it's been a very stressful week or so where we've been back and forth with solicitors and mortgage advisors. And am I boring you? No, you don't need to lick me. Oh dear, sorry, I'm being washed now. You're gorgeous. That's enough. It's been a very, very stressful week going back and forth with solicitors and mortgage advisors and estate agents and trying to sort everything out and sorting out the logistics, like where we do put our stuff, etc. But anyway, that's for another moving vlog, because this podcast might become more irregular because I'm basically probably going to be moving in the next 2 weeks. That's not stressful at all, is it? Added to the fact that in the middle of that, I'm going on a flight to Scotland with my son. I'm going to visit my dad, and my friends, going to see Jude and Marcus, which would be really lovely. But yeah, I'm going up for a long weekend to see my dad because I haven't seen him since my aunt's funeral, which was just horrible. Actually, no, I'm telling a lie. I saw him at Robin's birthday, but that's 7 months ago now. So, and it will be easier when we live in Devon because we have to fly from Exeter really easily. We're not far from Exeter Airport at all, but I really needed to see my dad, you know, and just sometimes you just need to see a parent, and yeah, so I needed to go and see Dad. So we're flying up to Scotland in the middle of it all. I'm a little bit stressed out about it. Yeah. So anyway, so that's saying my making mojo's been through the floor, but I do feel really, really good for having frogged lots of whips and for having gotten 3 things off the board, which is very exciting. Yeah, I'm thinking about socks a lot. Socks are my go-to comfort make, and I'm in need of comfort making at the moment. So I'm just assessing what whips I'm keeping out to work on. I've got a little bag beside me which I've kept my advent calendar habitation throw out. I've kept my 52 weeks of socks out, which obviously I may yet frog. I've kept my Sohos out, and I think that's it. So I've just kept those projects out, and I figure that if I'm really desperate, I'll be able to get hold of something else. But what I might do is keep I've got a double knitting weight Pippin Yarns skein sock set in blue that I thought I might keep out to do as a bit of a comfort knit. The temptation to, and I did cast on the second West Yorkshire spinning sock, but it had a whoopsie. Hang on, is it in here? Yeah. So I cast it on and I started the ribbing, but then a customer wanted a demonstration of knitting in the round, so I just started doing it in stocking stitch, and then at some point it's all leapt off the needles, so that basically needs to come off the needles again. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. A little bit chaotic, as you can tell. But yeah, talking about socks, Kay, Crazy Sock Lady, she's got the summer sock camp going on, and it's so much simpler this year. There aren't any cabins and there's no registration or anything like that. You just make socks, and you can use the hashtag if you're on Instagram, and obviously I'm not at the moment. I'm still not using Instagram. So you've got the hashtag Summer Sock Camp 2023. And yeah, and you've also got like kind of the sense of community with it. So I just wondered, are any of you making socks this summer? I mean, I know she's not doing cabins or anything like that, but maybe we can have a chat about socks in the comments and keep each other up to date with what you're doing. Whips count. So as long as you finish it once Summer Sock Camp starts, which was 26th of May. And actually that's really exciting because I think both of my pairs of socks finished in after that point, so I can count them for Summer Sock Camp 2023, and it's just a bit of fun really, so I'm going to do it. Are any of you going to join in? Maybe we can chat about it in the comments on the YouTube videos. But yeah, the first sock of this one is now on display because I realised that we don't have all of the socks that we have as samples in the shop are in colourways that are currently out of stock. Magnus, please don't eat the toys, thank you. So yeah, Joe thinks I should frog the 52 weeks of socks, and I might do. And I think the saving the sweater for when I move, the sibling sweater, is also a really lovely idea. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I've got to talk about this week. Short and sweet. I'm sure you're relieved. I hope that whatever you're up to, you're enjoying the weather and you're cracking your whips. We usually do the crack those whips cow at this time of year. Again, I'm not on Instagram at the moment, so I'm not sure whether I will run it or not. That would mean returning to Instagram. I tell you what though, we could do it, couldn't we? We could just have the hashtag crack those whips 23. I'll put that on the screen, and what I will do, because I still have Instagram on the computer, is before my next proper podcast I'll go on and I'll search the hashtag and I'll still feature your projects in our little gallery, to steal Dundonit's phrase. She's not been around for a while either, so I'm sure she won't mind me borrowing it. Yeah, so we'll show off your projects as well. And same with Summer Sock Camp. It's not my hashtag, it's Kay's, the Crazy Sock Ladies, but do let me know below if you're making socks and how many sock whips you've got on the go, and give me an update each time I post a video of how you're getting on with your socks. I'm going to go and chuck this onto Premiere Pro. Probably not going to be an awful lot of editing, apart from a yawn and a sneeze, and I will get this uploaded and see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye.